Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're going to do a revisit on this build I did this spring on this spring rotation motor. It was a complete fail when I did it. You know, everything equals out on it. It was a good conversation piece, but it never did what it was supposed to do because it's all equaled out. You got the springs fighting each other. So everything's pretty much equal. And I got tons and tons of comments on it. A lot of good ones, a lot of bad ones. There's a lot of mean people out there. Because I told everybody on it that it don't work and people thought that I was cheating or something like that. And I put it away, let it sit all summer long, and more comments come in. And I was thinking, on the uphill swing on like this set of springs, if he could release that pressure until it comes up over the hill, and on the downward swing get its tension back, and while that one's doing that, this side would relieve the pressure. So the last couple of nights I've been thinking about this, and what if you cut this and put a hinge on it, so when it's going up on this stroke, it will actually fold back in the pressure because it's resisting right now on this uphill swing. If it bent down like this, it'd take the pressure off that. Well, this side's coming up, and on the way down, it would swing back up and tighten the springs up again. So that's what I'm going to attempt to try today. So I'm just going to cut this crank out, go to the bench, and just start over and make a new one and make it so these flip and relieve the tension off the one side while it's spinning, and when it comes back to the torque side, it will flip back up and tighten the springs. That's what I'm hoping on. So hope you enjoy the video. Okay, I got the basics for it. I'm just going to weld on the shaft on the flywheels, and I'm going to put a pin over here. I'm not going to well, I guess I could cut these off and reuse them bearings. There's nothing wrong with these bearings. When I get this all squared up and welded, then I'm going to cut 3 inches off and make swivels. I gotta drill holes in here to put them in here, but that's kind of basically the idea. Make it a little bit bigger so the stuff can fold. It might work, it might not, and it could be wasting my time, but it's fun doing this stuff anyway. I love doing this kind of stuff. Okay, drilled all the holes, so all I gotta do now, I'm gonna cut these off, and I'm gonna reuse these bearings. Then we're gonna 3 inches down, cut, and cut. And for now, I'm not going to buy expensive hinges. I have to cut these down a little bit. Okay, I cut the old bearings off the old crankshaft. Took it all apart. So I got the bearings on there now. I'm going to measure 3 inches on each one of these and cut it. And we're going to install the hinges in. Now I might use some Been thinking about this in the last few minutes. I might use this iron here and weld it on there for like a template, so it's swinging back and forth so it don't flatten out this iron. That's what I was thinking. And give her a try. I only get 7 out of here. I need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let them cool down a little bit. Now we can start welding. That's how I want it to work. Them hinges ain't gonna work because there's rubber in them and it got hot and there's way too much slack. So I'm gonna come up with a better idea than that. Different idea on the hinges. I was kind of afraid of that. I have like plastic in there and the guy helping them melted it out. Now it just wobbles and that's not gonna work. I'm gonna figure something out, something different on the hinges, I guess. Back to the drawing board on that. I went uptown to see if I could find some stronger hinges, but they don't have any in town, so I'm just gonna weld a little bit, then run out of the water and cool it so it don't melt them plastic bushings. I just want to do is see if it even works before I go spend the money. We'll try this, just weld a little bit and cool it down. And I'm going to spot weld it. Oh, I think they got the rough draft all done. All these are nice and tight. Just coating it down with water. Okay, I got the rough draft all done. I don't know. It makes sense in your head, but I don't know if it's going to work in real life. But I'm not going to weld all the way around everything until I see if this is even going to help it out or not. So now I just got to figure out how to put it on here. I might have to cut some off that pin. Okay, I ran into a few problems with them hinges. I tried something different. I put it on the machine over there and it basically fell apart. Now I had it tack welded. See how it bent them? That was never going to last. So I went uptown to look for different hinges, and ones that would work, they wanted $25 a piece, and I needed 4 of them. So what I did, grabbed a bunch of 3/8 inch nuts and a bolt and welded it like that. It's a lot more heavy duty. It don't have no play in it. So I'm going to tear this side apart and do the exact same thing I did over here. Then when I get that done, these back sides, I'm just going to tack them together, all of them, so I can get it lined up perfectly on that. And once I get that, then I'll cut the welds on one side and try it and see if this is just a stupid dream I had in my head or what. But you don't know stuff until you try it. So I'm gonna get this other side done and tack it on there, and we'll come back. Okay, I got it all hooked up, but I gotta put this down farther because this one has a bigger stroke to it. When it comes down, the springs get loose. But for now, I'm going to cut these two welds just on this side and see if this flipping system actually works. See right now, see, the springs are just way too loose. I should have welded these up a little bit better first. Okay, I tried a whole bunch of different types of contraptions, and I don't know what you think of this one here, but I'm going to build one of these on the other side. But as the spring goes up, or the wheel goes up, I made it so these things here bend down, so there's less pressure on that side when the other side's going to take its like compression stroke, whatever. Then when this will come back down over here, it will straighten up and give it its oomph. So I got to build one of these for the other side of the wheel. I tried making it, but the hinges kept on bending. I even made my homemade hinges, and they kept on bending. So I came up with this. I don't know if it's going to work, but the idea behind it is it's going to have less pressure when it's folded up, so the other side will be tighter, so it won't be like equal. That's what my goal is anyway. Kind of wanted to give you an update on it. But I'm going to build one of these over on this side, and we'll see if I'm just wasting my time. Or before I had it, everything was equal, but I figured make them hinges in there. The one side of the springs will be tighter than the other, so it shouldn't be equal no more. That's kind of what the goal is. I'm going to start building the other side, so we'll see what happens. Okay, well, this is a waste of time. I really thought this was going to work. I built this thing the first time, the springs were equal, both ways. So I figured, well, what if you took the pressure off on the upward stroke when the other one's on its downstroke? So I came up with this hinge pattern. See how it bends down? It takes less pressure off these springs here than on the other side. It tightens them up, then when it comes around, it straightens up. But it don't work. I just don't understand why it don't work. Because you're taking pressure off the one side. See, this one's on it's on its downstroke, and these springs are tighter than these springs because it's bent over, so it should come down, and this side straightens up. I just probably just should give up on this stuff. I just thought of that one night a while back, and I had a lot of comments on the first one. Well, everything's equal. I figured, well, if I could take the tension off the upstroke and have the downstroke have more pressure, it would continuously run. But so, like I said, I don't know what to do next. Either just give up on it or what. I figured that would work, because the downward side would have tighter springs and the upward side would have looser springs, and it'd be opposite before. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate you watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button. Please subscribe. Anyway, you guys have a good afternoon.